So there is some question come to me which related to the signs of the 7 bowls. Here I'd like to share with you how I look at this. Okay, number one, people ask me, why is it 7 bowls? Everybody only talk about the 6 joints, the ankle, the knee, the hip, the shoulder, the elbow, the wrist. Well, yes, in common, in general, even in the internal martial arts, people talk about the 6 joints or 6 bowls. However, if you look at the white crane from Fujian, the mother art of the Xiulin Tao sets, as we know today, they have a very specific details descriptions on the feet bowls. Okay, the feet, the handling of the feet, and one of it is the 4-point goals handling. Okay, so that is the 7 bowl, the 6 joint plus that 7 bowls. Okay, that is the thing exists in the ancient. We like it or not, that is what happened. Okay, so I encourage people go to check the white crane and see how they describe this, the 7 bowl. This is the feet bowl. Okay, and also because Wing Chun is not something import from Tai Chi or some other internal arts. So it has its own uniqueness, which is following the white crane, the mother art white crane and ermine. Okay, so the 7 bowls is indeed there. Okay, and also, if you look at in the scientific and systematic way, one needs the 7 bowl, the feet bowl, in order to have a complete view on what's going on scientifically. Because the 7 bowls is the one which is coupling between the body and the ground. Even though one have six joints, okay, the ankle, the knee, the hip, the shoulder, the elbow, and the wrist, but it doesn't tell you about how is this going to couple with the ground. Humans are standing on ground. Humans need that thing. Okay, so 6 bowl is incomplete in a scientific way. And my view is, if we want to look at things in a complete way, a scientific and systematic way, we better put all the component inside. Okay, so there's my view. The second view is, the second question is, people ask me, so why do I keep bringing up the 1850s riding of Wing Chun? Well, the first thing is that those are the riding in 1850s Red Boat era. That's what Wing Chun at that time is. Okay, and it is Red Boat Wing Chun Kuen. It belongs to those in 1850s and prior to that. Okay, so that is what it is. What it is. Also, the science of the 7 bowls is a science. A science means it tells us what is the role this 7 bowls play in terms of the structure, the force flow and momentum. It is a science. It is also telling us what is the basic rules that the 7 bowls has to follow, and what is the limitations of these 7 bowls. So it is a science. It is a science which is telling the story of how to use the 7 bowls. Okay. So again, I repeat, it tells us what is the role the 7 bowls play within the structure, the force flow, the momentum handling. It tells us also what is the basic rules or basic rule of the game, how to handle this 7 balls and in what direction, in what way. It also tells us the boundary condition or the limitations of the 7 balls. That's what it is, the science of 7 balls. And as how it can be developed or evolved, well, sky is the limit. Okay, because this is a science. It's not refer to any particular way of doing things. Okay, so I want to make it clear here. And so the science of the 7 balls is also independent of the past or the future or in the present. It is independent of the time. It is a basic. For example, in electrical engineering or electric circuits, we say electric circuits, the basic one always have to have the resistor, the capacitor, and the inductor. The 3 basic components, or 3 basic elements. And be it people study electric circuit in the past 1800s or today or 2000 years from today, it doesn't matter. If one deals with electric circuit, one need to deal with resistor, capacitor, and inductor. So the science of the 7 balls is just that. It got nothing to do with which lineage is the oldest, or which is right or which is wrong. It is not. It is have to do only to describe the science, what it is. Okay. So I hope that you can see my view, what I'm talking about. Okay. Now, people asking me. So I'm talking about how this 7 ball influence the Qi development. Okay, so today I'm going to tell you how it is. I'm going to share with you how it is influenced. Okay. First of all, take a very common example. If one lock or tense up this lower part of the joints, the lower 4 joints, it is guaranteed that one will not be able to do natural lower abs breathing. It is just how it is physiologically. The breathing will not come down. It's stuck somewhere here. Okay? As soon as you lock there. So the joints or the handling of the ball influence the breathing pattern of the human body. Okay? Now, if the breathing cannot going down naturally, smoothly to the lower abs, the qi or the biochemical handling in this area will not happen. It will not be able to do it. So, like in the Yigam Kinkud, it says that union in the dantian, in this lower abs, union the lower abs, meaning that the breathing has to be there, and the chemical reactions, the biochemical reaction has to be there. Now, if you lock the bowl, it cannot happen because the breathing will not going down and everything stuck. Okay, this is a physiology phenomenon. Anybody can try it. Okay, and so that is why it is so important to have every balls to be loosened up, so that the breathing can going down. And of course, when the breathing going down, it increased from the chest breathing volume 3 to 7 times when it get to the lower abs breathing. That increased the capacity of breathing. Okay, so that is how it influences it. So if the 7 ball is not handling it properly, those breathing and the qi development, it simply cannot reach to the level which is needed to be. Okay, another thing too, if the joint is locked, the mind is not going to settle. For example, very simple, you simply grab a fish, grab the fish, okay? Grab the fish, okay? And you don't even have to use a lot of force. You put it beside your body, and you see how is your mind going to respond, okay? Versus if you relax your arm, see how the mind is respond. So for all of us who is not that loose in the lower bowels, we can actually lay on the back. You can lay on the back, grab your fish, and see how is the mind is going to respond. Well, we know it is a physiologically like people who sit in meditations. If their body, their lower joint cannot loose up, their mind cannot settle. Okay, so the same thing. If any joint is locked, the mind will not be able to enter silence, but it's always on somewhere. So it is a fact that if people lock this thing and stand there, okay, lock it down there and stand there, the mind is not going to get into the silence or the quiet down, but it increases the insensitivity. Okay, meaning it ignore it. It is in the stress state, and it ignore the body. Okay, that is the reverse of sensing, reverse of a force flow. Try to get a force flow transmissions. Okay, so it is very significant on what both how the physical body, the joints influence, the joints handling influence, the mind influence, the breathing, and influence the body chemistry. Okay, this is the thing which exists in the 1850s Siu Ling Tao in the Right Book. Okay, and again I say that it is not that it is Yikam Siu Ling Tao, anybody's or any single lineage I'm promoting here. No, it's everybody Siu Ling Tao have this technology. So it's up to you to decide to restore it or to leave it. Okay, and it is independent of me or anything. It is just a basic, like I'm talking about the resistor, capacitor, and inductor. Okay, it is just a science. Okay, so I leave this for you today.